Hello team, Brad here from JOLT Fitness, just in my gym at home, and I wanted to jump on and do a quick video around sleep and stress. October, it's sleep stress month around JOLT Fitness, and we're talking all things sleep and stress. And today I wanted to talk about some really quick tips around the importance of sleep. It's one of the most overlooked things in regards to health and fitness, where you can improve your body composition, improve your longevity, reduce joint pain, improve gut health, all through just improving your sleep. The importance of sleep is it goes far beyond just controlling weight. It's when our cells regenerate, it's when our brain does all its processing, it's when our muscles recover. So sleep is so important, and if you don't address sleep and stress first before you start anything else in regards to health and fitness, it can sometimes be the missing link between people getting the results they want and not getting the results they want. So for improving your sleep, tip number one, and the most important one, is you've got to have a regular sleep cycle. You absolutely do. And that wake up time is super important for that. So unfortunately, if you do get up at 5 or 6 o'clock a few days a week, you need to really dial that in so it's consistent every day. Our bodies like regularity, our bodies like getting into that circadian rhythm, and so if we're sleeping 3 hours and 6 hours and 10 hours, our body's just going to hate that. It's not going to be able to regulate and do all the processes, and inconsistent sleep will affect how we feel. So, and that's why a lot of people feel like they get sleep more on the weekend and they actually feel more lethargic, so because our body loves that regularity and that nice rhythm. So that's my first tip: quality over quantity. So if you can get quality sleep, and that morning, as I said, is more important, consistently, that is going to make a big difference with your sleep. Second one is caffeine. I am a coffee drinker. I know there's a lot of coffee drinkers out there, and the thing is that caffeine can really affect our ability to get again into a quality sleep rhythm. So there might be plenty of people out there say, nah, it's fine, I can sleep fine on caffeine. But you may fall asleep fine, but again, that quality of sleep, that regeneration, everything else may not be happening. So a good rule of thumb is to try not to consume caffeine after 2 p.m. It takes probably 6 to 8 hours to get the caffeine out of the system. So that is a good rule too. And I try to use the rule as well, not to consume caffeine after lunchtime. So that is tip number 2. Ease up on the caffeine. And just another quick one on that, waking up, try not to start your day with caffeine as well, because we want cortisol to gradually rise in the morning, and caffeine can affect that cortisol production and that cortisol doing what it needs to do. So try to delay your caffeine for an hour or 2 in the morning as well. Tip number 3 is all around alcohol. Now, alcohol, our body does not metabolize it well, and again, it can affect that quality of sleep. Now, when it comes to longevity and having the importance of sleep and have it do everything it needs to do, alcohol is going to make a big effect on that. And it's a bit like caffeine. People say, oh, I fall asleep fine on when I've been drinking. It's not about falling asleep or not falling asleep. It's about the quality of sleep you get. That's where you're going to get your biggest bang for the buck. So tips around alcohol. Your body, it takes about an hour to metabolize a standard drink. So try to cut off your drinking 2 or 3 hours before you're planning on going to bed, so that your body has time to metabolize and clear out the alcohol, and it won't affect your quality of sleep. Tip number 4 around our sleep for our sleep stress month is exercise. No brainer here, but exercise can be the most powerful thing you can do to improve your sleep. And the amount of times I've had people, first thing they've commented on after being on one of my programs for a while is, I'm sleeping so much better, Brad. It's fantastic. And that's because there's so much research out there around exercise and the power of it to help people with their sleep. All of a sudden you're exercising, you're sleeping better, your body's starting to regulate, and believe it or not, you start to get less joint pain, you start to lose weight. So that is a really big one. Exercise. 20 minutes is all you need most days, and that's, I think 30 minutes is the guide from the government these days. 30 minutes of moderate to intense exercise most days. But just be careful about how close to bed you exercise, because that actually can affect your getting to sleep, because your metabolism's spiked and quite high, and you might have a bit extra cortisol floating around, which we don't want at night. So as a general rule, probably 3 hours before bed, 3 or 4 hours before bed, you want to limit exercise. And I think there's a study, there's a small group of people that actually that helps them sleep, but it's definitely a minority there. So big tick for exercise, and get out as soon as you can in the morning and get 10 to 15 minutes of direct sunlight without glasses on, without a hat on. And this varies a little bit depending on your sensitivity to the sun, but early morning sun shouldn't be too bad for you anyway. And then that will just turn off that sort of melatonin faucet that we want to be reducing in the morning, and we don't want too much of coming out of sleep, and it's going to make us feel better. So that is it, guys. As always, if you have enjoyed my 5 tips for better sleep or have any comments, please post below. If you have any sneaky little things you do as part of your sleep routine, and there's so much more I could have talked about, but I want to keep this video fairly short in regards to sleep routines and other things, and I'll share that as I go along with our sleep challenge that we're doing over with our members. But as always, guys, if you do have any questions, please post below this. If you did like this video on sleep, please give us a like. And if you do have any other questions in regards to your health and fitness, as always, reach out through one of the social media chains. And if you are looking to get started with some amazing outdoor training this spring, please just hit us up. You can come down and jump on our Kickstart for $97 for the month of October. And we would love to have you down getting some exercise in the great outdoors. Thanks, guys. Don't forget to jolt yourself into live, and I'll speak soon. Bye.